Hello, hi. Welcome to my computer drawing setup, whatever, yay. Today, I'm challenging myself. If you have seen any of my art, you could probably see that I'm not the best at making small details anywhere. And you know what characters are really detailed? Genshin characters. If you know anything about Genshin, it's known for very, very aesthetic, pretty characters. We love them. I've been playing it for a long time. There's a lot of characters that I like. But ultimately, I've just decided to sort of pick a character that got me into this game because I saw an ad with Kaya in it, and this is Kaya. I saw an ad with him in it, and I was like, is this a dating sim? I'm gonna play this game. It was not a dating sim. I accidentally came onto a game that was very much not just a gaming sim. I was very confused for the first entire Mondstadt arc. I was just so confused. Anyways, Kaya is the first one that I actually really enjoyed on the screen. But basically, he does have a lot of details. I did try Googling who the most detailed character is. Well, apparently it's Zhongli. I don't think it's Zhongli. I did look at his code and it does look incredibly complicated. And then I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna draw Kaya. I feel like so many people started purely because of his existence. And I'm also working on fan art now because I'm going to be at a convention and selling prints and stuff. So I do need to make fan art. But I usually just avoid very minute details. Now I'm still gonna cut out his legs, so basically I'm not gonna do the shoes. The main issue is just why is there so many buttons and buckles and little... So let's go sketching. We also have an emotional support Hello Kitty. She's gonna watch me draw and make sure that I really try. Hello, welcome to VoiceOver Me. I'll be taking you through the process of this piece. Basically, I just did a lot of random sketches. None of them were really turning out that good. So I settled for this one. This speed paint is pretty fast because I did spend a lot of time on it. I think mostly I did okay. I obviously could have done a lot better, but we're gonna take it. It really did annoy me a lot. I had to do multiple breaks, so I didn't edit out the OBS screen that shows up when you start recording, because I wanted to just show that, well, I do take a lot of breaks with these. I basically just did... The sketch was fine. I did the rough shapes first, because even that is just like, what? Because Kaya apparently has like a crop top vest, and then he has like a corset? Question mark? Like, there's so many layers on his body. I don't understand how they work, but whatever. Here, the footage is a bit slower, so you can see how much I really struggled with the little bits. Because like I said at the beginning, he has so many buckles and buttons, and they're very unusually shaped. So yeah, I did my best. That's what I'm gonna say. The belt was honestly pretty... It wasn't the hardest. The hardest was the little star buckles that I do later, because I didn't do line art for them, I think. Or if I did, it's very minimal. And I just tried to show the shape with shading, which is also something I'm not very good at. Genius move, I know. Also, you're gonna see that I almost forget to ink the arm, the second arm, because there's my references over it right now. Also, you can see my struggling little doodle in the corner. Yeah, I also don't really pay attention to how visions are drawn on most things. You might have noticed that I really just put my most I just really put so much detail into that one, right? Yeah, I know. Just wow. It stays pretty much the same. Just gonna say, I maybe shaded. I don't actually try to do the, I guess the frame, the vision holder, like the thing that's around it. But you know what? I tried. I tried really hard. I drew this over like a few days. I feel like over the first 3 days I just did bit by bit the line art, the colors, everything. And then I finished it just today because I couldn't figure out what to do with the background, but you're gonna see that later. Yeah, so here I'm just blocking in the colors, which is the best part. I like doing this because it's very simple, straightforward. You already have the lines there. And you're gonna see that I will really struggle with the things that I didn't put in with line art. I don't know why. I just didn't. Well, I know why. I didn't do it because it would get really complicated. I am a very simple-minded person and I need a simple process. I guess simple-minded is not the word. Just I find it easier when things are simple and straightforward. If there's too many lines, I will get confused and then forget to color something, or I will just accidentally not erase the right lines because things overlap, and just it would be a whole mess. So I guess that's why I didn't do it, but it would have helped me in this situation. But yeah, you can see that I put a little splotch of color where the second arm should be because I completely forgot that. I don't know how well, the pictures were over it, so I guess it's understandable, but I was very confused. But yeah, I put yellow in the background and honestly it looks very good. I did want to just put a color that's very contrasting to blue, so I just put yellow. So the gaps would be easier to see. I still left a few, but no one has to know. But yeah, I'm just slowly coloring, picking colors and putting them in. I mostly color pick the colors that are put onto this. I don't think... Well, I think I adjusted the white of the shirt that he has underneath, and I made it more pinkish, I think. I don't know, I changed it a little bit, and then the rest of the things are pretty much color picked. I usually do just change, like with the shading, I pick my own shades, because obviously the in-game shading is not the most... It's not that it's not accurate, because, you know, it could be, and I'm also not saying that mine is, but I like to pick my own colors for shading and highlighting because I think it makes it look a little pretty. What? Just, it looks nice. But yeah, honestly, this was very... It was difficult. You can see that I'm now blocking out the shapes that I left out for later because I completely did not see that he has a corset at first. And then I had to put it in without line art and figure it out, and there was one break. But yeah, just... Wow. I am proud of myself for doing this, but I also think that I could have totally done a better job. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Genshin in general. Like I said earlier, I have been playing this game for a while, basically from January of 2020, which is almost from the start. I think it's the game was first released in either October, sometime in 2019. So I missed a few months. And then in January, I started playing it because I needed something to do in between online classes, because I just did not want to pay attention. And if I wasn't playing Genshin, I would have been playing any other dating sim that I was playing at the time, which is either the Arcana, I think that's what it's called. And then I also played Obey Me, which honestly sometimes I'm tempted to get back into playing it because it's funny and there's more to do with it than, for example, the Arcana. Because with the Arcana, it's basically you click through the story, you get to know, you unlock different things. And then with Obey Me, you have it's a very simple mechanic of gameplay, but I did enjoy it. And I really, honestly, the time where I played that, I did really enjoy it. I did get frustrated a little bit at some points because it was very hard to progress to another level. But yeah, with that, you just basically unlock the story. Yeah, and then yeah, Genshin is the game that really has stuck around for me. I usually get into different things very quickly. To be fair, I wasn't the person that grew up playing a lot of games because our parents really didn't want to buy us any recent consoles. We had a Nintendo Wii after it was basically already old and the new games weren't made for that, so we just had Wii Sports, and then later we convinced our parents to buy us the Donkey Kong, so me and my brother played that a lot. But aside from that, I didn't really play a lot of any more how do I put this? I guess I played The Sims and Minecraft, and that's pretty much it. I didn't play any RPGs, and when I first started Genshin, I was so confused. I might actually do an entire video of how I got into Genshin, but I don't really remember a lot of the details. But I know that I had no idea how to level up the characters. I was very confused over what talents were, what that was, why you need all that shit, why you couldn't get Diluc as a 4-star because you got every character up to that point, up to that point where you meet Diluc. You get every character after doing their character quest, I guess. Is that what it's called? I don't have no idea. And Diluc is the first character that you do not get. And I was like, why? 2 years later, I still don't have him. But to be fair, right now, I don't even have a wish for him anymore. If I would want to get any of the 5 stars that I don't have from the standard banner right now, it would be Tainari. Because he's just very adorable. I also don't have Mona yet. I don't have Mona, Diluc, and Tainari from the standard banner. Everyone else I have. But I'm honestly not missing them. At this point, I have that many characters that I can just basically wish for whoever I want, not thinking about what I need for my teams, which... privileged, oh my god. But honestly, it's... right now, I'm just waiting for another update because I don't have much to do anymore. I do the daily convisions. what? Commissions, and then I do the domain that's supposedly for Kave, and I'm just stockpiling the materials that I'll need. But aside from that, I'm not doing much. I guess I'm collecting the friendship level thingies in the Serenia pod, and then just doing commissions with the most random characters that I never play, because I just want everyone at level 10, because it will feel very satisfying. And if I'm not doing commissions with those characters, it feels like I'm wasting those friendship levels. Friendship levels? What's it called? Friendship points. I don't know. But yeah, aside from that, like, I have every area on 100% except the spirally desert thingy. And I don't have much to do outside of that. I guess I could go after achievements, but some of those are really hard. And I just, like, I'm not gonna catch 200? No, 2,000 fish just because there's an achievement for it. I might do it one day, but that day is not today. Anyway, yeah, you can see that I am now putting the details in that I do not do with line art, and they do look a bit more murky and not as clear, but they're still there, so I'm gonna say that it counts. You just have to look at it from far away and it looks fine. And yeah, I'm just coloring the line art a different color. And then here I was slowly starting to realize that I do have to do something with the background, so I put some random leaves in there, but then that was too intense, and I was like, should I, like, go search Mondstadt pictures and figure out what the Mondstadt backgrounds look like? And then I was like, no way I'm gonna paint that. Anyway, so here I accidentally drawn the wrong layer, and I had to just close the entire file. And then I just sort of revisited the trees a little bit, moved them around, gave him the seat back, and then I just basically made like a sunset-y vibe to the background. I did add stars at the end also, and honestly I'm not sure about the stars, but the rest is pretty cute, honestly. Yeah, I honestly am pretty happy with how it turned out, but it was a very painful process for me. But hey, like, the more that I do this type of thing, the more I'm gonna get used to it, and it's gonna get less hard as I practice more. But yeah, that's basically the entire painting. I hope you like this. And yeah, I did add the blush. I had to. It was just adorable. I love doing this. It's so cute. I love it.